It's our big hygiene experiment when it comes to your jeans, hair, sheets.
Have you ever asked, do I really need to wash it?
Dr. J-Ron jeans are disgusting.
We bust your biggest misconceptions. And
I'm gonna reveal the crazy good cleaning hacks that you gotta see. Isn't that pretty cool?
It's awesome. Look at that.
I love that. I love that. Nice idea.
coming up next.
We'll save lives today. You guys ready to get healthy? Since the very beginning of this show, we've made it all about you. Today's no different because we've researched, we've investigated, we've tested everything from hygiene to beauty, and we're sharing our results with you right now. And we're gonna start with hygiene. When it comes to your hair, your jeans, your sheets, have you ever asked, do I really need to wash it? Well, today I'll get the answer in my big hygiene experiment. Then, it's the one word that strikes fear in many of you, procrastination. Today you'll meet the psychologist that says procrastination might not be as bad as we think. And easy one-step tinfoil dinners you can make tonight for your family. But first up, my big hygiene experiment. Oz Nation's been very vocal about how much you hate to wash your hair. Between washing, drying, and styling, the average woman spends 40 minutes doing her hair every morning. Now think of all that you could do with that extra time. Here's the question. How often do you really need to wash your hair? To help us decide, I enlisted the help of BuzzFeed's Test Friends. And these guys test new health trends so you don't have to. So take a look at why millions of people love watching them.
That's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I'll try anything once, apparently.
Megara cheated again.
You get the snow that still has a heart on.
Exactly how I thought this would go.
It's magical, basically, and I'm really excited about it.
We're getting pulled over by the cops.
Back to one. What are we doing? Heel toe.
So exclusively for us, just for us, they went shampoo-less for 1 week. No shampoo for a whole week. Take a look at what happened.
Listen, Dr. Oz, as part of your big hygiene experiment,
We're gonna see what happens when we
Don't use shampoo
For a week. And my hair is probably gonna be a bird's nest.
I basically don't shampoo my hair most times already, so I think I'm good on this challenge.
Great.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't see what the point of this is.
I'm very concerned about not shampooing my hair for a whole 7 days.
I'm afraid my hair is gonna get real greasy and gross.
Anytime I haven't washed my hair for a few days, it's been an accident. So now it's a purposeful attempt to not wash my hair, and maybe something cool will happen. Stay tuned, no shampooing. I think my hair looks crazy.
It looks real flat in the back. I think people could see that maybe I've got a real flat head.
I look like a goddamn candle. I imagine it doesn't smell that great either. I don't like
Yeah, it doesn't smell good.
Look how greasy it looks. Like it looks wet.
It's not as greasy as I thought it would be.
All I wanted to do is use some dry shampoo. Why are you doing this to me, Dr. Oz? This was really, really hard.
My hair doesn't smell as much as I thought it would, but it's not pleasant.
It smells like
The first couple days of not washing my hair, I actually kind of liked, but as the week went on, it was just chaos.
I just feel disgusting. My hair looks like it's wet, even though it's not.
Every morning I woke up with a weird hairstyle.
I think maybe if I'd done it for longer than a week, my body would have figured out what was going on and tried to naturally compensate or something. But after a week, it's just a big pile of trash up here.
So what do I think? When it comes to washing your hair, you do not have to do it every day. When you wash your hair too much, your scalp actually dries out and it starts to overproduce oil to protect itself. And that prompts a lot of you to then wash it even more often. It's the opposite of what you want. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and just shampoo once a week, just once, to break the cycle. See what happens. After that, see what works for you. Maybe you can go every other day or every third day. If it's fine for you, you're not having any issues, unless you're working under a car, it's just fine. So don't worry about your hair. Now, if it's especially dry, make sure you put condition into it, no matter whether you rinse it with water or wash it with shampoo. Next, in my hygiene experiment, let's shift gears. I'm tackling the least washed item in your closet. The least washed is your jeans. I put a poll up on DrOz.com. I wanted to see just how often you were washing them. Listen carefully. 19% of you said you washed them after every wear. That's impressive to me because I'm definitely not in that group. Most of you wait between 2 and 4 wears before washing. But 28% of you, that's a lot of people, 28% wait for 5 or more wears. I think that's a lot. I see a bunch of people in jeans. How many of you have washed your jeans in the last 2-3 weeks? Oh, come on now. I don't know if maybe they're clean jeans. They dressed up for the show. All right, so I've got an interesting experiment we're gonna do here. I've represented both ends of the spectrum. On one end is Tanika, and on the other end is her husband, Javon. She washes her jeans after every wear. He hasn't washed his in over 2 years. 2 years. Take a look.
My husband and I, we get along very, very well. We just have one problem in our marriage. We bicker about his jeans. My husband will not wash his jeans.
It's not a big deal. I don't have to wash my jeans. For what?
I, on the other hand, wash my jeans after each wear. My husband, if he doesn't want to wash his jeans, he'll go in the closet or the drawer and he'll just get a new pair. It's like recycling dirty jeans over and over again.
If they smell funny, I just hit them with fabric softener and call it a day.
I try to get him to buy new jeans. It doesn't work. He doesn't want new jeans. He likes his old dirty jeans.
My jeans are my jeans. As long as they don't have no food on them, I'm good.
He needs
I don't
to
need
wash
to wash my jeans at all. Never,
Yes.
never.
Yes, he does. Dr. Oz, can you help settle this for us? Does he need to wash his jeans?
Tanika and Javon are here with their jeans, and they agree to be part of my big hygiene experiment. We're gonna be deciding once and for all if you really need to wash your jeans. So, Javon, the question everyone's wondering is, why 2 years? What's so difficult about washing your jeans?
Doc, these are my favorite pair of jeans. If I wash them, I lose my coolness. These are my favorite jeans. I love them to death. They fit me just right. As long as there's no food, I'm good.
So you're worried if you wash them, they're gonna shrink, they won't fit well, you gotta break them in again, all that, the harshness comes back to them?
Yeah, they feel loose and they lose this flavor. So that's why I just choose the fabric.
Loses flavor?
Yeah.
Probably have
These are my
flavor on
jeans.
it.
Yeah, they probably have quite a taste right
Yeah,
now.
they probably do.
So the interesting is you guys aren't alone. It turns out people are pretty split. So today, I'm gonna give you the final verdict on whether you need to really wash your jeans, as commonly most of you think. So I'm gonna come on back here. I'm gonna split the experiment into 2 parts. Part 1 of the experiment is whether it's smelly or not, right? These are 2 big hygiene questions. Number 1, does it smell? We're gonna test that. I got just the way of doing it. And then phase 2 of our experiment is how dirty are they? How many germs are on those jeans versus yours, Tanika?
Right.
Your big concern.
Yes.
All right, now to help with phase 1, how smelly is it is phase 1. Our 2 of my top producers, Lisa and Christine. Now they happen to have a superhuman sense of smell because they're both pregnant. What happens with pregnancy is you have more estrogen, and it actually heightens your sense of smell, which makes sense because a pregnant woman wants to be really careful about eating things that are spoiled or eating poisonous food, so smell warned them when we were, still out in the jungles. All right, so you guys have the noses of bloodhounds now.
Yep, we do.
Yeah. Can you tell what I had for breakfast today?
Smells like a bacon, egg, and cheese, extra bacon. What do you have for breakfast every morning?
shit.
Just kidding, just kidding.
She knows that's not what did I have today for breakfast? I had yogurt.
Yes.
And my
berries,
blueberries.
Yep, every morning.
Yes, but they can smell it on me now. Now, we're gonna blindfold you. Go ahead and put it on there.
Okay.
There's the blindfolds. All right, now, let me just grab one of these jeans so they can't tell.
Right.
All right. I think they're effective. You never know. With kids, you gotta check. They're so young, these producers. Okay, here are the jeans.
Okay.
Lisa, go ahead and smell that.
You know, these aren't bad.
Don't vote yet. Don't vote yet. Christine?
I can smell, I think, fabric softener.
Yeah. You smell fabric softener?
I think so, yeah. It's like a field, a spring field.
All right, well, I don't smell anything, but then you the rest of the bloodhounds. Okay, here's the other pair of jeans. You can smell that.
Oh. Okay, these smell a little musty. Like, did you have something with cheese for dinner last night?
I mean, detailed foods. He mentioned taste earlier.
Yeah, right?
These are pregnant women we're putting through this.
They really do.
It smells like a dirty locker room to me. A little bit like feet with a little...
All right. I don't have to even ask the verdict.
If they know.
Javon, your jeans did not pass the smell test. Thank you both very, very much. That wasn't hard, was it?
No, not at all.
Thank you.
All right.
It's like a fertility clinic here at the Dr. Oz show, by the way. We get people pregnant here. We have lots of Oz babies. All right, now it's time for phase 2. Come on over here. We got to get to the issue of how dirty it is. Now, to do this, I've got a germ meter, and this germ reader is going to scan whatever is on your jeans.
Okay.
So let's do you first, and you can put it on over here. All right, so I've got my little, there it is, and I'm gonna put it on there, right? Rub it up nice and good over here, down in here. So I'm really getting all of the jean, all right? And I put it in here. I break the top, there it is. Open up my device, slip it right in there, fasten it, and off we go. Now it's gonna read. I'm not gonna make any comments. Let's see what the number is. Just take about 3 seconds. The answer is 17. 17 is really good, I think. But we're going to find out.
Okay.
All right? Actually, 17 is a really low number. So now we're going to put Javon's jeans over here.
10. We know that. 10, much lower than that.
All right. Hold them up here, Tiger. Hold them up. We're going to put them in there and there, these areas. Get a little bit of the legs. Do them the same amount as, 1 second.
I don't won't be able to read.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to find out. All right. So there's my top. Put it in there, break it, same thing. All right. What do you guys think? Any votes from the audience?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna stand back.
Yeah, we need to stand back.
I'm gonna stand back for this one. This could be a problem. This meter has probably never read a number that high before.
Right.
I'm gonna guess it's 5 times yours.
Yes.
You think?
It has to be.
It's gonna be 156. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
2 years of not washing is 50.
Wow.
That's more than a dozen times your wife's.
Can I throw these in the garbage, please?
Yeah, you please take those with you. Don't leave them here for sure.
Man.
But let me talk about this for a second. So we know that it flunked the smell test and it flunked the germ test. Right. But the reality, everybody, and here's the bottom line, germs and stench don't actually make you sick. Mm-hmm. So there's no health concern. But there's a cosmetic concern. If you got a weak stomach, I'd be worried about it as well. So washing's your prerogative, but I think that's a little overdoing it. So I won't shake your hands, but I'll shake yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Oz.
Listen, if you want to get your jeans feeling fresh and smelling clean, I've got a tip that some of you are going to swear by once you see it. Next, wrinkle-free fabrics are everywhere, but are they safe to wear? From shirts to bed linens, is this chemical they're using harmful to your health? The truth behind what makes materials rumple-resistant. Plus, an easy way to get wrinkles out without ironing. That's next. We have the craziest health confessions. So what's the worst thing you've ever seen in a restaurant?
I would go to work and there would be hundreds of roaches.
Roaches like, people work behind the scenes at your favorite restaurants. Spill the beans.
We had a little bit of a rodent problem.
Then, the freakiest facts about food. Revealed. We're gonna start with salt. What if you've been using it wrong your whole life? All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
We're back with my big hygiene experiment. And next up, new shirt, no iron, no problem, right? Because you got wrinkle-free fabrics. They're everywhere these days. But are they safe to wear before first washing? Now, it's not something you'd find on the label, but some say a chemical used in wrinkle-free fabrics, from shirts to bed sheets, may be harmful to your health. Joining us is Lexi Sachs. She's a senior textiles product analyst at the Good Housekeeping Institute. So what is the truth behind products that argue that they are wrinkle-free? How do they do it?
So when you see pants, shirts, sheets that are labeled wrinkle-free, there's a good chance that formaldehyde was used in the finish of the product.
Formaldehyde?
Yes. So formaldehyde is used in a lot of products in your home, but the type of concern here is more about touching your skin, because these are garments that go directly on the skin.
Right, so you're not going to eat your garments, hopefully.
Exactly.
Right, now, you all know that formaldehyde is a carcinogen, right? It is a carcinogen, but that's when it's breathed in. But it can cause a condition called contact dermatitis. That's something that happens in people who are allergic or sensitive to it. You'll see a little rash on your skin. And countries in Europe and Asia have strict guidelines as to how much formaldehyde can be used in garments and linen. Do we have rules like that in the United States?
Well, the U.S. has been researching it, but as of now, there are no regulations for the amount of formaldehyde that you can use in the product, and there are no requirements for labeling it. So anyone who has a sensitivity really won't know what they're purchasing.
All right, so we tested 2 brands. We took the different sheets and different shirts, 2 brands of each, and I was concerned about how much formaldehyde they actually had in them. So come on over here. We actually found that there was some formaldehyde in some of the products, but one of these products had more than the acceptable limit. Now, the accepted limit of detectable formaldehyde in fabric that comes in contact with your skin in countries like China and Japan is 75 micrograms per gram. This is also the voluntary guideline that textile companies follow in this country. Now, the fabrics that we tested, the sheet exceeded this limit at 79. So it's sort of a gamble as to whether you're getting a lot of formaldehyde or not. So what should a consumer do? What do people do?
Right, so there are independent certifications that are used in the textile industry, and they can tell you that there are no unsafe levels of chemicals used in the product. So one example would be Okotex, and you can just look for it right in the label. But you can actually just wash your garment before you wear it.
Washing makes a difference?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so we actually did that for you, so you don't have to. We took the garment that had that 79 number that exceeded the limit that we think is acceptable, and we reduced it by washing it from 79 down to 39, which is a huge drop. So you can reduce in half the amount of formaldehyde in your wrinkle-free fabrics as long as you wash them first, which is a big win for everybody. But if you decide to forego wrinkle-free products, the Good Housekeeping Institute has several ways to take wrinkles out of the fabric without an iron. This is a big deal. And I never thought this was possible, but what is your little tip, your favorite one?
So my favorite tip is to throw either a wet washcloth or some ice cubes, maybe about 3 or 4. There they go. There we go. Throw them in the dryer for about 10 minutes with your wrinkled shirt or your sheets, whatever it is, and it will come out looking much better. That moisture really helps to take out those wrinkles, as you can see here.
That's yours. And
yes, this was done with the ice cubes.
Oh my goodness.
You can really see a difference there.
Who would have thought it was a simple idea?
Right? It's so easy.
I love your ideas. Thank you very much. For more of Good Housekeeping's tips on how to take the wrinkles out of your clothes and linens, you go to DrOz.com. I'll be right back. Coming up next, they drive you nuts. The unusual messes around your house that are a pain to get rid of. From nail polish on rugs to burnt stains in pots and pans. We're revealing crazy good cleaning hacks you gotta see. I love that. That's next. We've been talking about cleaning today. While not everything has to be spotless, there are a couple of messes around the house that I know drive you nuts. So I'm going to reveal the crazy good cleaning hacks that you got to see. And let's say you start off with the nails. If you do your nails at home, right, there are all kinds of things around you. There are kids, there are pets, maybe just a little klutzy. Oh, sheesh. And then you have this kind of a problem, right? What are you going to do about that? Going to freak out? Yes. You can't possibly get that out. But before you freak out, and you probably already have the tools to fix this emergency in your bathroom. Take a look. I have finally impressed the audience. Wasn't that pretty cool? Because a lot of folks would have gone for nail polish remover for the nail polish, but that doesn't work because it bleaches your carpet. This combined approach, I think it's the alcohol. All the alcohol in these different products put together helps to dilute that scary stain. So like that, it's out of your life. Now I got another crazy good hack that most of you were gonna love because it helps with your most used kitchen tools. It'll make them sparkling clean. How many of you have tried to scrub down a burnt pot like this? Yeah, this is one of my specialties, by the way. This says I actually do this on purpose, but I don't. It happens because I'm sloppy, not paying attention. But Sheila's here. She has a hack to get this burnt gunk to go away. How are you, Sheila?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
So explain what you do.
Okay, so basically what this is a magic combination between vinegar and baking soda. Okay, and as a mom of 4, I'm always looking for these quick, awesome cleaning tips, right? So what you want to do is just take your burnt pan. You're going to combine equal combinations here of the warm water. Okay.
Yeah, just warm, not hot.
Yeah, just warm. And then also vinegar, right? And what you're going to do is just mix those together a bit, and then take your baking soda. So anywhere between 2 and 4 tablespoons, depending on the size of your pot or pan. This works for all your pots and pans, and you're gonna put it inside there.
Oh, look at that. The kids will love that.
Yes.
Foams.
My 5-year-old loved this. And you can also do it on the stove too if you have an extra deep burn. And it's awesome. This is tons of fun for the kids to be around.
But how do you know it works?
Oh, well, watch. Here we go. So you're gonna pour this off.
You know, the color of this stuff changed dark pretty quickly.
Yes.
So it's doing something.
Okay, so definitely it's coming up with the chemical combinations here. Now you're just gonna take the sponge and look, with little effort. I'm barely scrubbing this at all.
Let me see how strong you are.
Try it. 4 kids.
4 kids.
Look at that, right?
By the way, she's stronger than she looks, but I have to agree, it doesn't take very much, and it comes out.
With little effort, comes right out.
Look at this.
Isn't it amazing?
I'm
Rinse
washed.
it clean, pour it out.
And put it to dry.
Take a look at that. Isn't that amazing?
I love that. I love that. Nice idea.
Yes.
Next up, shoe rehab hacks. Mom blogger Lisa is here. She's a couple of up your sleeve hacks, you say.
Yes, I do. I certainly do. So now what I have here are some shoes. I love a good pair of shoes, don't you?
Well, I don't wear these kinds of shoes.
Let me see what kind of shoes you're wearing today.
I wear these, but
All right,
I
looking
have,
good. I approve.
Not bad.
Looking good, looking good. So sometimes when I'm running around with my children now, I tend to get scuff marks on my shoes and so forth. So these are just some quick hacks that you can use to get those marks off of your shoe. Most women have a nice pair of leather shoes at home. So what I'm going to do...
This is patent leather. Does it work for all leather shoes? Or?
This works for patent leather and also for sneakers also.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm going to put a little bit of nail polish remover on the shoe and just gently kind of wipe it off. See how easy that's coming off? Now I have a quick tip if you're wearing a manicure like I am, right? What I like to do instead is use a little cotton swab and make it easy, nice precision marks instead of using a cotton swab. Yes, very dainty. Who wants to mess up their manicure, right?
Now this doesn't take the polish off the shoe?
No, just apply very little, little. Yes, so you can get that.
Let me try the sneaker deal here.
Okay,
you guys
so
are making it look too easy.
yes.
So you've all had this, right? The rubber of the sneaker gets messy, so I just rub it on the same way?
Just rub it on the same way. Look at that. Look how easy that comes off. It's like brand new, right?
How'd you learn this?
You know, I try everything that I can to keep my shoes as long as possible, you know?
You know, I would have used this nail polish for the remover for the nail polish I spilled earlier, but it finally found use in my home.
And this works well for kids' shoes as well. You know, they always get scuffs and they're playing all the time. And my little girl, she's 5, she loves wearing patent leather shoes, and it's a quick way to just give it a quick touch-up.
And they get mad when they have little blemishes on their shoes.
Yes, yes.
All right, what about for suede?
For suede shoes, I love suede shoes. These are my favorite pair of blue suede shoes. And I've been wearing...
Are these really yours?
Yes, these are really mine. And I'm even wearing pink ones today.
They are, yes, very, very pretty.
Yeah, so now if you have a pair of suede shoes, I take a little emery board and I just basically file that dirt off, right? You see that? Look how easy that comes off.
Yeah, because water would have left a mark.
Water would have left a mark. You don't want to put liquid on your suede shoes, do you? Right?
You know, I must say, that word dainty comes up about, it's a very gentle little maneuver.
Right, just gentle remover.
That's all it takes.
Look at this. And so what's great about having the emery board or file is that it's so small and compact that you can keep one in the car, keep one in your bag, and keep one at home. And you can buy like 10 of these for $2 and some change. So it's a really good, quick, easy, and affordable hack.
I love your ideas. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks so much.
Now I know who to turn to if I need shoe rehab. The women with the, blue suede shoes.
Blue suede shoes.
Love all the good hacks. More at cleaning hacks at DrOz.com. Check them out. Be right back. Good ideas. That's really helpful. Next, love the tailgate, but hate the cleanup. Super Bowl champion on the field and a champion in the kitchen. Steve Weatherford shows us his best play to keep it easy and simple. No mess, one-step tinfoil dinners.
How does that look, guys?
Next.
We have the craziest health confessions. So what's the worst thing you've ever seen in a restaurant?
I would go to work and there would be hundreds of roaches.
People work behind the scenes at your favorite restaurants. Spill the beans.
We had a little bit of a rodent problem.
All new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow. The worst thing about cooking for a crowd is the cleanup, right? Having to deal with all that stuff. Today's expert is a Super Bowl champion. When he's on the field, he also happens to be a champion in the kitchen, and he's here with his one-step tinfoil dinners that you can make tonight. My friend Steve Weatherford is joining us. Come on out.
Say hi.
Oh, we're here.
My grandmother loves you.
Hi, Grandma.
I do too.
All right. So I want to show you. Look at these arms. This is a punter, by the way. The punter.
I would flex, Doc, but I like this jacket.
Yes, you'd rush. He's actually known as the fittest man. Look at that. The fittest man in the NFL.
Photoshop. Photoshop, ladies.
I don't think that's Photoshop. What is the secret that eating English you can get into that kind of shape?
You know what, Doc? I became fascinated at a young age with nutrition, with fitness, and I spent a lot of time in the library empowering myself with the knowledge, much like you did in school in pre-med, to empower yourself with the knowledge to be able to help people. I was trying to help myself, and now I'm at the position after 10 years in the NFL and achieving some things in a Super Bowl in a city like New York.
Getting this. That's what it's all about.
It looks better on you, Doc. You hold it.
Oh my goodness, it fits. What a coincidence.
He just got so much more handsome, didn't he, lady? So I spent a lot of time in the library, and with the knowledge.
Where'd it go? It's gone.
Well, now I'm just another guy.
That's right.
But so with all that knowledge that I empowered myself with, I'm so motivated to help people empower themselves and be their best self through fitness and wellness. And, at the end of the day,
I want you to show them what you're talking about. Everyone loves tailgates. You love tailgates. You're usually on the inside getting ready. But you teamed up with Carlos.
But now I can enjoy
tailgates. The chef. So we got the two of you together.
Yes.
And I'm going to take the lessons you're talking about with Carlos' support, and we're going to create a tin-foil tailgate dinner, which you're all going to love. We got the Costanza family here. Thank you for all being here. They are huge football fans, if I got it right. So what do you love the most about tailgate? What's your favorite food?
I make country-style ribs, and I usually make a meatloaf. Slice it up. Sure. That's the two of my favorite.
I was distracted. I just watched the Super Bowl ring being given away. Vinny, enjoy that. Vinny, it's yours. Take it home.
Really? I usually marinate like country-style ribs, and I make meatloaf every week. Everyone seems to like it. That's two of my favorite staples.
And the worst part of a tailgate is?
Oh, God.
Clean
up. Deal with both these problems, Carl.
Well, we're going to deal with it very simply by making packets. And what we do is you take tin foil and you pull it out. You want to roll it out to about 16
You all
inches.
got one, too, if you don't mind. See if you can all do. Notice your ring's being passed down the aisle here. You're never going to find that thing again, Steve.
Pass it around. Everybody enjoy it.
So what do you want to fold the long side first? Pull that up about an inch.
Long side first.
And just go around.
Vinny, get to work. What are you doing?
Pull it up about an inch along every side.
So you're making a pan out of it.
You're making a pan. You're making a little aluminum pan, and then you're folding the sides over. The little extra foil that is on the side, just kind of make a mock aluminum pan. You don't want to rip it like that. You can do that. It's terrible.
Here, give me that.
Give me that.
Here, I did this one already.
Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it.
All right, so do you have to spray anything to this, Steve?
No, this is something, and that's the nice thing about this. It's quick, it's easy, and one of the nice things about tinfoil is it keeps all the juices, all the marinades, all the flavor within the tinfoil packet, and then when you're done eating it, there's no cleanup. It's recyclable.
And what are we going to make today?
We're going to make steak pizzaiola today.
Steak
pizzaiola. So it would be a tailgate favorite. It's very, very simple. I got all these beautiful ingredients here. We got garlic, we got tomatoes, we got fresh basil, red peppers, yellow bell peppers, and Spanish onions. I prefer Spanish onions. You can use any kind of onions that you want, really. And then we have this beautiful piece of filet mignon here. And let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to take the bowl. You're going to take all of these ingredients that are cut up here. You got the red and yellow peppers, your basil, your tomatoes, throw everything in a bowl. This is so simple. You could do it in about 3 minutes, really. More than anything, the prep time is what's important, the time that you take to cut all of your vegetables. So you throw all that stuff in there, and we're going to add, very simply, a pinch of sea salt, a little black pepper. You'd like to throw a little oregano in there, too, if you have it, and then take 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You're going to mix all of this together. Okay, I would toss it, but we don't want to make a mess out of it.
No, or have Steve do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his ring on anymore. It doesn't matter. Just an average guy now.
And then you're just going to take this and you're going to lay it right into the center of the foil, like that. You want to make sure that you coat everything with the extra virgin olive oil. Put that aside.
And the nice thing about the extra virgin olive oil, Doctor, is, as you know, good healthy fats. And You know, I pride myself in being lean and eating well, but at the same time, it's good to get those healthy fats in there, and that's a staple in my diet.
Absolutely. If it doesn't taste good, they're not going to do it. So, Carlos, the pressure's on.
Right. Well, here we go. It's very
Let
simple.
me see those abs again.
There you go.
Is that real? Oh,
It's
my
not Photoshop.
Let me see that. Hey, come on, that's craziness. That is ridiculous. Gosh. Makes me so mad. Doesn't it make you mad?
Photoshop, ladies.
At one point, yeah, they were ripped, of course. So we take the filet, put it right on top there, and then rip another piece of foil.
You have to put this on a barbecue. Can you put it in an oven? Does it matter?
Well, you can certainly barbecue it, right, Steve? Wintertime is upon us, and you don't really have the access to the barbecue grill, so we throw it right in the oven.
Yeah, I mean, everybody loves, when you're thinking about tailgating, you're thinking about being outside, and I enjoy to be outside.
Show me what you got here. So you got it in the grill
This
there.
is the grill.
Be careful, it's hot. Whoa.
Not for me, it's not, Doc. Photoshop, special effects. Hollywood.
Give me the food. Let me see it. We did cook the food.
Oh, we did.
All right, now I want you guys to grab your meal. Oh, you got it. Thanks for waiting. Go grab the meals. But don't wait for me to ask you to eat. Go ahead and eat without me. I wasn't going to eat. I wasn't hungry anyway.
Here you are, good doctor.
All right.
How does that look, guys?
What do you think? On the money? On the money. Now, best part of all.
Mine's better than yours.
Oh, please.
Wow.
Try it.
What happened to those rings? The rings gone already?
Sorry, you can use your hands. Get in there. Get in there.
Thank you very much.
Use your hand.
I made theirs too. What are you talking about?
It's not polite. Really tender.
Good quality.
Yeah, really nice.
There he is. There he
Yeah,
goes.
silverware. Now,
Gonna make a man out of you yet.
Awesome.
I want you to show them the best part. Save your part that you're still eating, but everything else, you don't have to do it now because you're still eating. Everything else goes in the trash and you're done your meal. Now, listen, I found this football in the trash. So if our big ab guy here will sign this, maybe we'll give it to Vinny if he gives the ring
100%.
back. Where we go?
Oh my
He's got to catch it first, Doc.
Go out there, catch the ball.
Come on, you got to go run me a route.
Run down there and catch the ball.
You got to run me a route.
Can he do
Odell
it?
Beckham Jr., one hand, three fingers.
Let's see what he got. Let's see, the ball's up in the air. And he's got. Oh!
Hold it up!
Find Steve's recipe at DrOz.com. We'll be right back.
Come on, let's go.
Next, we switch things up. We've been taught that procrastinating is a bad habit. This psychologist is telling us otherwise. He says it may actually help you reach your dreams.
You give yourself time to come up with new ideas.
See how you can make procrastination work for you. Next. Whoever said a doctor's visit isn't fun has obviously never been to the Dr. Oz show. Is that right? Make your appointment today. Go to DrOz.com/tickets and sign up for free tickets. This year has been all about balance, and more importantly, how you can find balance in your life. Today, we're focusing on the one word that strikes fear in so many of you: procrastination. Am I right? Procrastination. World-famous psychologist Adam Grant says being a procrastinator, listen carefully, might not be as bad as we think. We should stop beating ourselves up. In fact, it might actually help you reach your dreams and be a major player in your blueprint for balance. Please meet Adam Grant.
He's been called one of the most original thinkers of our time and is the top-rated teacher at the University of Pennsylvania's prestigious Wharton Business School. And now, in his new book, Originals, How Nonconformists Move the World, organizational psychologist Adam Grant shows how everyone can access their inner creativity to become an original in their lives.
Originals feel fear too. They're afraid of failing. But what sets them apart from the rest of us is that they're even more afraid of failing to try.
Researching his new book on originals, Adam discovered one of the most surprising secrets to their success is procrastination.
Procrastination gives you time to consider divergent ideas, to think in nonlinear ways, to make unexpected leaps.
If you believe procrastination is keeping you from balancing your life or from reaching your goals, Adam has a plan to turn this vice into a virtue. Don't put it off. Make procrastination work for you today.
Adam Grant is here. And most of us think procrastination is a curse. You saw the fear look in the eyes of my audience as I brought up this topic, but you disagree. You think we got it all wrong.
I do. It actually turns out that if you delay things that need to be done, you give yourself time to incubate, to come up with new ideas, and to see the world differently.
So you call actually you're a precrastinator, right?
Guilty.
Guilty. You call me a precrastinator. So please explain it to everybody what that means and how that can actually cause problems for people like you and the few out there who actually aren't the procrastinators.
Yeah, so you know that panic you feel a few hours before a big deadline when you haven't made enough progress? Well, precrastinators, we just feel that several months ahead of schedule.
Now, there's some women in the audience today that have admitted that they're procrastinators. They actually are in the category most of us tend to live in, and they are looking for balance. One of them is Kelly.
Hi, Dr. Oz, it's Kelly. I'm a wife and a mother to 4 beautiful kids, and I procrastinate all the time. Procrastinate on my dreams of going back to school. I don't know if I just don't have enough time, or I just need a little bit of push. I start and I never finish. Dr. Oz, please help.
So Kelly's joining us in the audience. So why do you think being a procrastinator is holding you back?
Well, I work a lot. I have 4 kids, and I'm busy. So I got to try and find the time to fit it in. And I just seem like I don't have enough time.
So time is a big issue. There must be a downside of procrastinating. How do you reconcile this with folks who are struggling with that reality? Not enough time, and there's actually a penalty they pay when they don't get things done.
Well, I think the danger of it is that you never end up delivering on the promise, right? So you say, I want to go back to school, but then you put it off and you put it off and you don't end up going.
So how do you make it into a positive? How do you learn from that and turn a tendency into a plus and get past the guilt and shame so many folks feel about procrastination?
I think you work on it while you're procrastinating, right? So even if it's not time to go back to school yet, you're able to come up with new ideas. You're able to think a little bit about what do I want to study, where do I want to go, and you feel like you're moving a little bit more and more in that direction every day.
Right, so if Kelly were to say, I'm picking a date, by this date, 2 months in the future, I'm going to get this done. Is that a tactic that works, or is that just delaying the inevitable where you're going to procrastinate then anyway?
No, deadlines are incredibly motivating. And you usually need someone to hold you accountable to them. So you tell your spouse, you tell your kids, look, I'm gonna do this. And then they come to you and say, hey, Mom, you know what? You said you were gonna go to school. What's up?
So Kelly, you're accountable to the whole country now.
Yes.
You can't get out. So what are the right things to procrastinate on? Where does it actually not make a difference? And what are the things you should never procrastinate on?
Well, you don't wanna procrastinate on things that urgently need to be done now. Your health, for example, exercise, right? You do those things right away. But creative problems, when you're trying to come up with a solution to something you haven't figured out yet, sometimes putting those off can give you a little bit of freedom to think differently.
All right, so when we come back, Adam's plan to help you reach your dreams and get past the procrastination. Stay here. Next, Adam shows us the simple ways all of us can benefit from procrastinating. Find out how it can help boost your focus and creativity.
By procrastinating, sometimes you can clear up those fuzzy moments.
His simple steps that anyone can do to achieve their goals. Next.
We have the craziest health confessions. So what's the worst thing you've ever seen in a restaurant?
I would go to work and there would be hundreds of roaches.
People work behind the scenes at your favorite restaurants. Spill the beans.
We had a little bit of a rodent problem.
All new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow. Psychologist and preacher for procrastination, Adam Grant says there are simple ways all of us can benefit from procrastinating. The first is to boost our focus if we do it right. Now, I would think procrastination would be the opposite, that you would not be able to focus, so you procrastinate.
Well, the cool thing is sometimes we have our most creative ideas when we're a little bit defocused. So if you're a morning person, you actually have more new insights at night. And so by procrastinating, sometimes you can clear up those fuzzy moments to give yourself time to think in a way that's not familiar and less structured.
So fear and doubt tend to be the cousins of procrastination, but you argue we need to embrace them.
We do. A lot of people are afraid of failing. And so they put off that story they always wanted to write, the movie they wanted to make, the creative project they wanted to do at home. And yeah, failure is scary. But you know what's even more frightening is the fear of failing to try.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, the biggest regrets that we have are not our actions, they're our inactions. They're the chances we didn't take.
You speak so beautifully in the book about this reality, but everyone's afraid. I'm a little nervous walking out here every single day, but I know I'd be even more fearful of not even showing up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need to transition to, because the fear is not going to change. It's what you're fearful that might change. What kinds of things, let me ask Kelly this question, do you think you could get past? What fears and doubts do you have in your heart that create some of the procrastination you're sensing?
Well, time away from my family, not accomplishing it. You know, every year I start and I never finish. So pretty much that's it. Just, you know, the time away from my family and feeling guilty, you know, taking that time away.
And then you argue, speaking of fear, we have to imagine the worst case scenario. Why is that freeing?
So think back to school, last time you were taking a big test. If you're an optimist, you picture the perfect performance, and then you're excited and you go and ace the test because you studied hard. Right. But if you imagine the worst case scenario, that causes you to freak out. You wake up about a week beforehand in a cold sweat, fearing that not only are you going to fail the exam, you're going to do so badly that your teacher will take away points on the last test. And
that's more than worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's terrifying, but it creates anxiety that motivates you to study. And then you prepare really well, and you're able to avoid that worst case scenario. So you can turn that fear into your friend.
Adam's new book, it's called Originals. It's available in stores now. The Blueprint for Balanced Scorecard, we've been talking about it, and how you can track your behaviors and track your progress on DrOz.com. Use it and share it. We'll be right back.
The growing epidemic that affects 1 in 3 Americans.
It's called fatty liver disease.
You may have it and not even know it.
If you catch it early enough, it is reversible.
Find out if you have it and what to do about it. Then, fast food gets a bad rap. See how it's getting better for you.
Some of the biggest chains in America, what are they doing that's good for us?
All New Oz.
That's coming up Thursday. Here's a question for all of you. How many in the audience wear your hair ties around your wrists? Hands up, hands up. A shocking number. No men, I don't see it. Any men? So many, your son. Right? So there are many women, but more men, by the way, as well as women, wear this hairband like this around your wrist, just like that picture shows. Now, there's been a news story that's been making the rounds on social media about a woman who noticed a large, painful bump on her wrist. It seems the rough edges of her hairband rubbed against the skin, causing an abrasion and allowing bacteria into her body. So what did the doctors do? Thoughts? Antibiotics, right. They gave them antibiotics, and guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work because the doctors had to take a knife and drain. Someone up here said drain. Yes. You were very right to say that. Congratulations. So they drained it, and then what happened? It finally got better, but it took a lot. You got a little scar. It's bad stuff. All right. So first thing we're going to do, everybody, wherever they are, is going to loosen up these bands. Anything that compresses the skin restricts blood flow. You don't want that. Next, skip the glitter. Right, it can rub against the skin and it causes tiny cuts where the bacteria can enter. And finally, this is the big tip here, guys. Change it up. Every 3 to 4 days, change your bands. These look sort of old to me. A bit of an odor. Not too bad, though. We'll see you in the show tomorrow. Remember, happy and healthy starts at home.